Hey guys, welcome to another episode in the new playthrough of Gran Turismo 7. Some good news, I decided to, how do you call it? Jump on the wagon, or jump off the wagon. And switched my PS5 for PS5 Pro. So we have better ray tracing in this game. And I do have to say, the screen is a little bit softer, I would say, compared to native 4K, because when you have to, when you want to enable all the ray tracing, like in the races exterior but also interior in the cockpit, you have to enable PSSR, which is basically DLSS upscale technology, but then for the PlayStation, like proprietary technology, and it softens maybe the image slightly bit, but for me the ray tracing, especially also in the cockpit, really is worth it. And also I have to say that PS5, if I wouldn't, basically it's quite ridiculous, but I only did it for Gran Turismo 7. But then I was looking at some, I also bought the DLC for this game, because that apparently has much more the vibe of old school GT games, like really challenging, and it also has Sophie AI 3.0, so that is, I think, a more advanced version than the one from the regular game. So that is this one, the power pack. Maybe we can do that, by the way. I wanted to do first get further into the main game, but maybe do 1 or 2 races in the power pack to see how that AI is. But what was I saying? Yeah, so basically I was messing around with that, and then I bought the wrong region power pack, so I had to get a refund. But then I had store credit, so I was just browsing the PlayStation store where to spend my $30 or euros or whatever it was, or maybe something else, because otherwise it would just be sleeping in that PlayStation wallet. And then I bought the Uncharted trilogy, which is still exclusive. It never came to PC, 1, 2, 3. It was remastered from the PS3 to the PS4. And there is an option in the PS5 Pro to actually also apply a kind of PSSR upscaling technology to PS4 games. So I quickly booted it up and it looked amazing. And those earlier games, I find them way cooler than the woke crap that Uncharted made in the last few years. It really went downhill with the not Legacy of Thieves, or maybe it is. That DLC for Uncharted 4, where you play as a woman who is a lesbian with another black woman. It is terrible. At least to me it was. It's a cool game, but playing with those characters, it is such a damper on... I'm buying an Uncharted game to play as Nathan Drake. How hard is that to understand? But anywho, so for me Naughty Dog really went down the cliff. Also, of course, Last of Us 2 compared to The Last of Us 1. But anywho, I'm actually really happy with that Uncharted 1, 2, 3 trilogy, that we can have better image quality also on the PS5 Pro. And also I'm really late to the party, because I really wanted to first finish Dark Souls 3. And maybe I want to even replay Dark Souls 2, but I do think, that was not on the channel, but I do think I played that more or less to the end. But I bought as well, because I could buy both of them for 30 euros, or actually for 25. Bloodborne I bought, and I think one, I don't know which one. I think the Uncharted trilogy was, yeah, only $6, and the Bloodborne was 19 or something. I still have to play it, but also I just booted it up quickly, also with that enhanced PSSR, or that boost PS4 games option enabled in the PS5 Pro, and it also looked amazing. And then maybe I will also, that's one, because what I was looking a little bit about what are PlayStation exclusives. It really surprised me how little exclusive they still have. It's basically the main titles are, I think, Ratchet & Clank, Gran Turismo, and that's about it. And Demon Souls, but I'm sure that will release for the PC sometimes as well. And on the PlayStation 4 there were some more, because all the Uncharted 1, 2, 3, Bloodborne, that is still exclusive to PlayStation. Although there was some rumors about a Bloodborne PC remake. I don't know if it's for the PC, but long story short, what did I want to say is, yeah, I was really amazed about how little exclusives they still have. It's really a tiny list. Maybe sometimes games are initially exclusive to the PlayStation but then get released to the PC later. But of course, if I have the option to play on the PlayStation, even the 5 Pro, or on a PC, I will do PC, because it's just more powerful hardware, so better eye candy. What I wanted to say something else. Yeah, maybe on the Demon Souls, that I want to look into Demon Souls as well, but I will first for sure play the original, because I've seen quite some YouTube comparisons and critiques, and they really took way too much artistic freedom, which is something that I totally hate from developers who are doing remasters, that they just think they can do it better than the actual wizards that released the game, that made the game to start with. Those are the people that made the game great. If those people weren't there, you would have nothing to remaster. So who the hell do you think you are that you can make significant creative changes? I find it disgusting. But the weird thing is that I think the Uncharted trilogy is remastered quite faithfully, at least from the comparison videos that I saw. I did find the in-game, I found it a bit oversaturated, but if I watch the comparison videos, it's more, yeah, that was also the case in the original PS3 version apparently. But what I think is that it's the same company that did the Uncharted trilogy remaster and the Demon Souls remaster. Uncharted trilogy remaster and Demon Souls by same company. Sony shuts down Bluepoint. Holy shit, why would they do that? That is the one that did Uncharted 1, 2, 3. And I think they also did Demon Souls Bluepoint. Oh my god. Oh my god. Fucking hell, man. Sorry, I'm so bummed out by all these fucked up interfaces. Oh my god. I'm literally pressing back and forward and it will not allow me. Oh, here we are. Yeah, so Sony acquires Bluepoint in 2021, and then 4 months ago they apparently said, fuck you, we're gonna let you go. Bluepoint Games. It became a first-party developer. 2026 it was shut down. Alright. And it existed for 20 years. It's pretty weird. Then we do one more very quickly. Is Uncharted trilogy remaster. Faithful to the original. Yes, highly faithful. Alright, sorry, I was just reading a bit, but I'm really happy with the PlayStation 5 Pro. Looking forward to the Uncharted trilogy, looking forward to Bloodborne, and of course looking forward to Gran Turismo 7 with all the ray tracing bells and whistles. We are, and also 60 FPS replays, that also is pretty nice. Alright, let's do a race in the power pack. I understand it's really quite difficult, and it is really about more serious racing, like with qualifying, practice session. Oh man, I'm gonna click her away. I hate her so much. She really ruins the whole experience for me. I find her so annoying, that avatar. And also the guys, not only that girl, all of them. Fucking get out of my screen with your fake smiles. Anywho, here, because there are really some cool ones here, like classic. I saw something about classic Euro cars or something. Alright, I don't know why I cannot find it anymore. Now it only states the location, but when I opened it up earlier, it actually said like classic race this, classic race that. Ah, it's at the top. Pacific Race, the GTI, American Muscle, sorry, I totally overlooked it. Desert Beetle, Porsche Cup. So I do think there are really some cool races set up here. Like Eiger Northwand, one of my favorite circuits. We are gonna drive in the GTI. Here we go. Ah, and also in the 205 GTI. I actually have a 205 GTI that I'm still planning on restoring. How cool is this? Here, this is indeed the career I think that was missing from the game. Alright, why is it locked? Alright, qualifier 10 minutes, 3 laps, 12 cars. Oh man, this is so cool. This is amazing. Alright, I would like to do the hardest one, but I also really would like to test out this car. Apparently you can now also enter cars from your garage. That wasn't the case initially. But I am going to only go with the cars that the game gives. And we are going for 2 peppers. Man, these cars are so cool. Especially this one. Alright, here we go. Man, I really spoiled myself, I have to say, with this DLC, with those new games, with the PS5 Pro. I don't live on jet set life at all, and also not on holidays, etc. So maybe once in a while. I will just allow it. Welcome to the practice. During this session, you can race and return to the pit as often as you like. Now's your chance to warm up before the qualifier, getting a feel for the track and the handling of your car. Remember, you can practice as long as time allows. Your time will be measured following your completion of the out lap, the lap completed after leaving the pit lane. As you prepare for the qualifier, you want to be aware of how you're ranking. There's no need to aim for the top spot right away. Your first priority is to find your braking points and driving line. Once you've got the hang of it, you can probably move on to the qualifier. That's when the competition really begins. Drive at your own pace, getting a good feel for the track and the car you intend to race as you prepare to compete in the qualifier and final race. Alright, I do want to make sure on one thing. This one, controller, strong. Yeah, I don't understand. There was like a setting somewhere that I cannot really find anymore. Alright, I'm going to go to the home screen for a sec. Or not, no. I don't need to go to the home screen. I need to go to the general GT7 options, but let's do that later. Here we go. We're gonna practice. Alright, what do we see? We can travel speeds. We can spectate. We have settings. And practice. Alright, we are driving against a Renault Mini, Fiat, Peugeot, another Fiat, a Golf GTI, and a Beetle. What a cool lineup. Alright, let's spectate a bit. Here, this is really old school. I really get like old school Gran Turismo vibe from this DLC. Because those menu books are so boring. This really feels like the meat and potatoes of the whole game, which is really weird. Came out like, I don't know, 5 or 4 years after the game's release. That is the fastest car on the grid. It looks pretty serious business. I don't know what kind of sound it makes when shifting down. Feels like a mechanical failure almost, or it is some anti-lag system. Or it is just a bug in the game. Ah, nice, my own car. Going to get don't. Wow, I didn't even press it. What the fuck? No, what the hell? Oh my god. Please turn this off. I really cannot stand it. If I find it so retarded, that info balloons above cars. It should be off by default, but I can't. Car name display. Off. Thank you very much. Alright, let's see if it's now off. Yes. No! It's only when I go into that menu. I guess. Oh my god, this is... it's all so weird, these controls. I am going to spectate. Then I just press another car. Then I press the back button. Now everything is on here. If I press it again, it only enables the car data. How do I now get back to the replay? You tell me. So there's here. I cannot handle these kinds of design decisions. I press back. Why, if I now press back again, I should just go back to the replay like it is in the main game. Like I don't press this red button, but I press back on the controller again, so I get out of this menu. Doesn't happen. It only adds data from the dashboard. Oh my god, man! Yeah, I'm pressing all buttons, and nothing is happening. So if you here display all, no, display none. Here, and then it is still there. The car. It is. So, long story short, if you are spectating, you cannot simply add the car dashboard or anything, because if you press that menu, you cannot get out of it anymore. You can only return to the pit. You cannot go back to this view. Mental. Alright, let's look a little bit on the interior ray tracing. I do see, I think, more shadows. Probably a bit more accurate shadows. Alright, sorry, I was just a little bit annoyed by it, and it's a minor thing, but yeah, I just find it weird. Anywho, let's drive a little bit in the car. Here we go. Oh my god, why? I don't know why we were accelerating so slowly. Maybe because I pressed the button on the controller while I was messing around with the replay. We have all the assists turned off. The wheel is really quite heavy. This is always a tricky corner. It's very easy over here to either go right or slide around. Fuck, oh man. god, this car accelerates slow. But for the rest, I'm really happy. I maybe, oh my god, in a bit of, I'm just a moody old guy. So I'm really happy with the PlayStation Pro and with the game. It really grew. I have been now in my, I think, when I first bought the PlayStation end of 2022, I played GT7 a lot. It's the only game that I really bought it for, and maybe Ratchet and Clank, before I knew what a woke Ratchet and Clank it actually was terrible on the PlayStation 5. And then I think in 2024 I did a bit of Gran Turismo episodes again, and probably also in between. But from a quick glance on the channel, the episode dates, it was end 2022, early 2023, and then in 2024. And then since then, not really. So it's been a while since I've been playing Gran Turismo 7, and I do have to say that I do really like it that they're continuing to support the game with new cars, etc. Fuck me, I'm bad. And the game really is better, way better than it was at release, with the stupid boring focus only on online in the GT3 cars. This is way cooler. This is Gran Turismo in my mind. So I'm really happy. Also with the Nathan Drake collection, I wasn't even aware that it got remastered. Right, now let's focus a bit. I need to learn my lights and my braking points. Here we go, let's focus a bit. Alright, I'm gonna brake where the guy is. Which is too late. We need to brake before the guy. Brake, there was like a little stand on the left, that is a good braking point, and this is the hard one, especially in this car. You really need to brake more than you think, and in this next one, this long curve, you really need to, right, I'm braking at the pit sign, you really need to brake also more than you would expect. Maybe I'm in too high of a gear, I don't know. But man, how cool, and I'm playing against Sophie AI 3.0, because that's what I found from the recent episodes. I did some Sophie AI races, and it really is super fun. Alright, there's like a shadow on the grounds, that's the braking point. Alright, and now I'm gonna brake before that guy. So there's also a shadow on the ground there. Cut the corner a bit, shift back more. Sometimes that also helps with steering sharper. Force feedback is pretty heavy. Yeah, indeed, I need to shift down 2 gears here. Sound this DLC car, I've driven, I think in the previous episode or 2 episodes ago, same car in the main game, and it sounded pretty terrible in this game, or in this version, in my view. It sounds way better, and here I think I need to brake later and also do the apex later. Right, where? Find my braking point here. That pit sign. On the floor, on the ground is a pit sign. Right, can we take... No, we do... I wanted to say can we take it full throttle, but we do have to lift a bit, and over here, yeah, I'm still not sure if I don't think I'm taking this corner well. Right before the guy, yeah, at the end of that black spot. No, seems a little bit after the black spot. Right, at this guy over here. I think I also can brake a little bit later, but then brake harder. Right, after the sign, pit. After the banner, I brake when the car passes the pit sign on the ground. Right, and I'm not sure, but it wouldn't surprise me if we can take this corner flat out actually. Right, sign, here we go. Yeah, you have a runoff area there that you can make use of. Right. There's like this shadow. I don't know, I think it's a shadow. Or maybe it's just a piece of tarmac. That I'm using as my reference, but I wonder if it's a shadow. Then, if the race takes a long time, it will change place. So then my braking point will also shift. I think these races also indeed have variable weather. Oh, fuck me, this was supposed to be a pretty good run. So it could very well be that it starts raining. Man, that would be so cool. This is a totally different game actually then. You see, they're also going way wider here. I'm going way too close on the inside of the corner. But it does seem that we are quicker. least if we can keep up a bit.
Racing yet. Alright, let's go a bit wider here now. So that you can actually cut this corner. It are basically two corners connected to each other. Hard to gauge that final downhill corner, I find. Yeah, I need to brake a bit earlier. By the way, do I have... I don't know, but I think I have some buttons assigned to the on-screen display for the car, like brake balance and stuff. Here, this is corner 1, and then we have over here corner 2, which is tighter. It's really tricky. And there you want to make use of that runoff on the brass patch. Have kept to the inside and power out earlier and more linearly. You see, you can take it full throttle. And again, I'm going too close, so I am not ideal in that second right under here. Sticking too close to the inside. screwed it up, but the uphill straight went pretty good for my doing. I'm still way too gentle on, I think, on the brakes. I can brake a bit later and harder. On the grass. Oh my god, this is such an annoying corner. It's very easy to take it too sharp, then you spin around. Or not sharp enough, and then you hit the barrier. Check one thing. I'm pretty sure I'm supposed to have some heads-up display, apparently not. Here, so we have on the Logitech G Pro, we have that here MFD selection left, and the other one is MFD selection right. But how do we bring up the MFD? That's the question. Windscreen wipers, hazard lights, right indicator, left indicator, show height ghosts, down is flashlights, look left, look right, nitrous X, warn O, pulse menu, MFD selection left and right. Yeah, I think something is wrong with those. I mean, how do you bring up the multi-function display? It only says left, up, right, down. But how do you bring it up? There's no button for that. Show height is up and down was flashlight. Okay. Yeah, I want to change those, but I think there's a reason I put it like that. I'm gonna do it anyway.
flash toggle low high beam, and this one will be show hide ghost. Because show hide ghost I never use anyway. Let's just see with the regular controller if there's any button for the MFD. Nope. Alright, let's oh shit. Make this an outlap and we will return to the pits and see if we are a little bit within the average timelines. We are at first place. I was not expecting that. 1/2 of a second faster. Even than that GTI. Where's that Golf GTI? 4th place. Alright, let's leave practice. So we need to get around 123. Oh my god, fucking get the hell out of here, bitch. I don't need you in my game. Alright, here we go. Here, ridiculously slow acceleration. That's probably because it's uphill. Alright, we first have to do an outlap, I guess. And the weather changed as well, which is pretty cool. We only have 10 minutes, so I think maybe 5 pins.
hard to gauge the apex. Fuck that corner, man. It's so hard. Alright, screwed up everything in that corner. Oh my god. Oh, fuck. Oh man. Because this now fucks up this lap as well. Fuck, it's so fucking hard. Because I am now not quick enough under the on the start-finish straight. So I would have to do a whole next lap for another run. How much time do we have left? 6 minutes. Fucking hell. Oh. We still have 1:23 too, even better than my previous time. That makes no sense. Because it felt really bad. Or I'm mixing up the times, that's also possible, I don't know. Maybe it starts already from here indeed, so we don't need to do an outlet, I don't know. Somehow this corner really has quite a lot of grip. That before last downhill right-hander. You can take it faster than you would think. Right, it's really important to get on the power here as soon as possible because you have that long straight here. Sliding around a little bit too much. Nope, too fast. Oh, fuck, it's so hard, man. Fuck that corner so hard. Oh my god. it's so fucking hard. Ugh. Oh my god, really steering in too late. I'm such a fucking idiot. At least this corner is going better than before. So I have a little bit better braking point for that one. That first one. Let it be nobody out of the pits. Alright, this was not too bad. I'm gonna call it today. Alright, I don't want to be in somebody else's way. When they're still doing their runs. Somebody over there. Let him pass. Right, well, yeah, we're 1 second faster, so that's nice. But now we have to not make any mistakes for 3 laps. And fuck that bitch, please get the fuck out of my game, bitch. I get so annoyed by her smile. Like I'm trying to do some serious racing here, and then you see some lollipop popping up with a fake smile. It's extremely annoying. Alright, all the cars, all the liveries are amazing. Here we go. I didn't even see a red light or a green light anywhere. I also have no idea why I'm so much faster than the rest. Why I screwed up that first corner so much. Man, there's more tension when actually racing, I can tell you. Again, almost screwed it up. Yeah, they're faster. How can he be faster when I was faster in qualifying? Fucking hell. Alright, I find that qualifying is not representative at all for their speed in the race. Alright, please don't hold me up. I would like to go full throttle through here because the others aren't doing that. God! Oh, at least we can retry. I was not aware. That makes it a lot easier. I thought we had to do the whole qualifying, etc. all over again. Alright, so that's really nice. But you cannot skip the pre-race intro, which does, I do like that, because there's at least some penalty you have to pay for just restarting. Right, where in the holy hell? Oh my, oh fuck. Oh. Why would my fucking car be in reverse? That was because of I probably pressed a button to cancel out that pre-race camera. And then I must have pressed the gear that was already working while we were still in the cutscene. Oh my god. I do like the ray tracing you see in the cars. I'm really happy with it. Right, where is the green light? It's so weird. I also didn't see a flag or anything of that sort. Like the AI. They're a little bit too aggro, but yeah, it makes sense. They also want to win. And I think on this straight I do have a secret weapon, and that is not lifting off through this one. Maybe a tiny bit. Oh, fuck my life. Oh, oh my god, I'm getting so tired of myself. It's not so much the game, it's myself. Fucking hell, man, stupid mistakes. I cannot even pulse it now. Like, to pulse, I have to get a little bit of a cloth. 1 second. Alright. Here we go. Oh, God. Fuck these motherfuckers. Oh, my God. Why game? Oh, my God. Alright, I take a break. Fuck this shit. Je mag geen misbouw. Maar geen misbouw. Je mag geen misbouw. Dat mag niet. Dat mag niet. Dus dat klopt. Hoe is het voor guys? Er niks uit. Hoe is het toch? Hoe is het? Er niks uit.
Alright, back at it. Sorry for all my ranting, raving and rambling. I know I should be positive, but it also has to do with work. Subconsciously, I should just be super happy that I have a new PlayStation and that I can have time in the weekend to play. So let's be a bit more positive. Here we go again. I'm sure we can get this win in. Finally, also standing starts, so much nicer than rolling starts. Right, here we go, no more kidding around. Let's screw these motherfuckers. Again, I'm just braking way too early there. It's so stupid. Oh my god, I'm driving so bad. No. Jesus Christ, man. Oh my God. Better braking point here. And again, I'm braking too early. But better than last attempt at least. Oh, fuck this shit, man.
that's oh. Alright, I'm gonna play Uncharted. I've had it. It's not my day for Gran Turismo. That corner so hard, man. Lifting, there's no need to lift over there. That is my point to actually create a bit of a gap, because in the middle section they're way quicker than I am. I'm quicker on the straight. They have better brakes, better grip in the corners, if you ask me. Fucking annoying how they squeeze themselves. Oh, fuck that corner. I almost again have the feeling like, are they the same physics model as I am? I have no idea how they can be so quick through those corners, through those hairpins. Increase their lead now. That is the corners where I'm being absolutely embarrassed. These corners, fucking hell, man. Alright, I find it super annoying. How can I be on pole position and they are this much quicker in the race? Makes no sense. I don't even want to win that race anymore. Fuck. are they so much quicker, man? Here, this shit. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh. Alright, I'm lifting. Was no need for it, but just to be safe. Alright, I'm coasting home. Fuck it. Finally. God damn it. Yeah, sorry, I was just super annoyed, but it is actually, it's a really nice race mode. Also, why I'm annoyed is just because of that fucking avatar lady. I don't need her congratulations, seriously. Really, if there was an option to turn it off, I would do it before starting anything in the game. Turn off those avatars. A reward for clearing a power pack challenge. Oh, that's quite a lot. Alright, let's watch the replay with 60 FPS and ray tracing. Oh my god. Why these fucking... Oh, I cannot handle this shit. I cannot handle it. Why these fucking icons above the cars? Why do you start the replay from the rear view, the behind the car camera? I never use that camera. Are you fucking kidding me, man? Are you fucking kidding me? Are you kidding me? Why can it not all be consistent? Why do Japanese games always have to have... They're amazing games. They're the best game developers in the world. But there are always weird design decisions. And not a bit weird, but mind-bogglingly weird. Like these car icons. Why would you want to have your beautiful game world be intruded by a big ass red number that takes all the attention away from the actual car? Why would it automatically be enabled in the power pack replay? It's not even online. For online, I can maybe understand you want to know who you're racing. I'm racing fictional characters. Why would it automatically be enabled in the power pack, racing against fictional AI and fictional names? So who cares what they're named? Why would it be there automatically enabled? Why I have it since I started the game in 2022, I have all these items disabled. Why would you enable it? It is mind-boggling. Display race info off. Off. Fucking off. as much finding your braking point in line as it is blocking the AI from overtaking. They're so much quicker out of those corners. This is the same race. I don't like Alsace actually. But then, how does it work again? Yeah, so the points, because you earn stars and you earn credit. Credit I couldn't care less about. It's about the stars for me, because I think you can do something with that. Yeah, you can unlock things like here. So if you get first, I guess you get 20 stars. So, yeah, no, I do want to win them all on the highest pepper. I wanted to say otherwise, I play this one I played in the Fiat. And then I can play this one in the Peugeot, but the Peugeot doesn't give peppers. So we have to keep the Fiat. Anyways, I really like the DLC. Despite me rambling and ranting, I really like it. Alright, if I complete 3 races, we get a star ticket. 6 star tickets. Alright, but we were also just doing random road circuit races earlier. Because we still have a lot to do actually. Which I do like, that there's still a lot of content in the game. Oh, we have a gift. What's the gift? Oh, here. $15, $30. That's a lot of gold, by the way. And it is still an amazing game. Also, the weekly challenges is actually a really nice concept, I find, for people that already finished the game. You can adjust. Have something new every week to do. I do find it a bummer. Like, I now have 5 million extra because of buying the Power Pack DLC. You also get 5 million credits. But still, I have the feeling that money is no problem in this game. Compared to older Gran Turismo games where you really were happy if you could finally buy something that you really wanted. And that makes it much more special than just having money to throw around. And of course, maybe it will be different once I get, I'm really going into the car collecting, but I first want to do races and stuff before I randomly start filling my garage with cars that I have and will not even be driving. Which is 70% of my garage anyway, because you get reward cars, etc. So there are a lot of cars in my garage that I didn't even drive yet, and I find that really ridiculous. I want to be able to customize my own garage, only get the cars in there that I would like. But you cannot remove cars from your garage for some weird reason. Championships, 10 out of 10. Okay, I did all those apparently. Yeah, I did that way back, but if we want to be thorough, I have to redo quite a bit. Because with the physics updates, I will leave the races, I will leave them be. But the circuit challenges, they got like new times. Maybe I will have to just leave that be. Like, for example, here I did this one, okay, but this one and my time was above the goal time now because the times changed. But yeah, I know, I'm actually, there's so much content. I will do that all last. If I have still something to do, I will just leave that be. I still have PTSD from the Nürburgring Circuit Challenge, where I not only wanted to get the goal time, but defeat the demonstration lap time, which eventually worked, but only after like 3 months or something. It's ridiculous. Yeah, so we have quite some races to do. Alright, let's do quickly one more race, like this one randomly. Front, rear. $550. Alright, that is just that Mustang GT, right? Although the Viper is of course way more fun. Alright, I'm gonna try and do it in a bit of an underpowered car. In an old Corvette. Here with epic Michael Knight Rider or Knight Rider kits interior. driving actually quite nicely, I have to say. Very stable for an American. Muscle car if I brake at the right time. Also happy that in this game one of the major improvements is the sound. That's for sure. It's true. Right, I really have no clue where the track is going. Pretty cool headlights popping up. God, super annoying if you have no way where you're going. Fuck. Oh my God. I ain't going to take a break because I'm really not in the mood. I don't know what it is. I find it a cool race, this one. So we will continue with this one in the next episode. The combination of cars and track, etc. But I really need to be more focused. Like I need to learn the tracks again, etc. I hope you enjoyed. Sorry for my ranting and raving. At least we have one a win in the books. Hope to see you in the next one. For the meantime, don't forget, always do keep on gaming. Later.